Now, I was hoping on the ban list that emergency teleport would have gone to 3 to help out Ritual Beast. Konami did not care, so what the hell on that? Now, let's look at the extra deck here. Is there a Banshee? There's, in fact, a Banshee. Not only a Banshee, but a Chidori. That's quite spicy.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Begin. We have Ritual Beast going first. Emergency teleport into a Max C. Let's finger that Max C. Definitely, Max C is one of the main counters to Ritual Beast. And what's very interesting about this matchup is both decks are incredibly powerful in the TCG, with their one weakness being the Max C. So, Max C versus Max C. Let's see how this goes. We're going to summon the new Laura from the deck, then normal summon the Wen. We're going to be activating Ash Blossom onto the new Laura, attempting to special summon a Ritual Beast from the deck. When she gets banished, she gets to summon anything you want, likely a Canahawk. We're now going to return 2 cards into the graveyard through the effect of the Ulti Hawk to search for our inheritance. We call Dark instead of Fire. Well, we know we're playing against Unchained. So now Dark monsters cannot be special summoned. The Steeds do nothing. But we do have a Polyusa triple monster negate, plus you can't summon Dark monsters. Is that going to be enough? Let's go. Sure. Yeah, it's a Turbo Floodgate deck, unfortunately. I wish that Protoss would be banned. I'm still going to use Protoss because it's not banned, so I'll just be enjoying it. We have Dark beckoning into the Chaos Summoning Beast. Now, I thought this was Unchained. Apparently, it's not. Okay, Nightmare Phoenix discard to pop the back row. We're going to protect our Steeds, which is not even activatable. Sure, okay, protect it. Do not destroy my Steeds, it ain't happening. We have the Shavara activating to set a trap for the deck. That's also going to be negated by Apollo-Say. Negate, use up those negates. Now, using Apollo in a non-Yubel deck means that we could simply just attack right over her. She's not as powerful. We're going to set Super Poly. Now, if Nor summons a Fire or Dark monster in the field, we're going to be able to fuse it up. Protoss calling Dark again. Dark cannot be special summoned. We're going to Ash Blossom negate the Rapangu from sending a Ritual Beast from the deck to the grave. Now, they have their own Yubel fusion through the Nochi. They're going to summon it right now. Contact Fusion. Boom. Instead of returning back on the deck and you can't use your hand, you're going to banish from the graveyard, hand, or field, or not even the hand, just the field and graveyard to summon your Ritual Beast Nochi. Nochi's going to be reborning the banished Link 2. Then the banished Link 2 is going to summon 2 Ritual Beasts onto the field here. Now, I do want to really highlight this play of the Nochi only being able to summon 1 monster that's banished, and you are going to be summoning the Link 2 to extend it into double summons. That's the main reason what you want to do with the Nochi, because otherwise, the other Ritual Beast monsters, the Ritual Beast fusions, they're not properly fusion summoned. This is not properly summoned, so you cannot summon it with your Nochi. All right, let's get returning and searching. The Petalfin can return a card on the field back to the hand. Now, we have 2 wins on the field, so if we activate the spin back the Super Poly, if they had a card to discard, we could have fused, but we do not. We have Rapangu sending from the deck to the grave. We're going to fuse again into the Ulti Apelio. We're going to be triggering the new Laura to summon the Canahawk. 6,500 damage, and Dark monsters cannot be special summoned. Back to you. You know, this field looks like nothing. It's actually just nothing. We just have can't summon Dark monsters. So let's fuse up their field into a Moo Dragon. 1,700 Moo Dragon, enough to take out the Pengu. If we had a new Laura in the graveyard, we could have banished it to protect our Pengu from being destroyed by battle, which would then trigger to summon a monster from the deck. We have Laura activating on summon, reborn the Canahawk from the grave. Let's quickly finish up this duel. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Lethal damage. All right. Moo Dragon declaring wind. So now even your opponent can't target their own wind monsters if you wanted to. Not too relevant if I'm thinking straight on that. Let's Dark Beckoning Beast into the Imperm Negate. I don't think so, mate. No search for the Spirit Gates, and you do not have the ability to additionally summon. Now, Spirit of Yubel is a relevant hand trap, battle hand trap that is. Within the battle, it will be special summoning, but we're going to be returning it back to come forth and make our Phantom of Yubel. We could fuse with the field, we can negate a monster, we can negate an interaction with the deck, so we have triple disruption plus a maxi, we have cross-out designate, which will be used on what? You're going to imperm turn off the Phantom of Yubel. Of course we will. Phantom of Yubel turned off. We're now down to 2 disruption. Now going to activate Maxi preemptively, and we're just going to allow it. We don't care. We're now going to Ash the Nemesis flag as we then cross out Designate, negate the Ash Blossom Mate. I don't think so. And by negating the Ash, we now can return that banished card back in the deck through something like a Corridor. Corridor, let's go. Corridor's going to be 2 more special summons under the Maxi. Return the Ash Blossom back, draw 1, making now our Thunder Dragon Colossus. You cannot add cards from your deck to your hand except by drawing them. We're going to be discarding to fuse up. I don't know if we thought we could fuse with the Thunder Dragon Colossus here. We could not, as we make our Moo Dragon. Now, I don't agree with summoning Phantom of Yubel in attack position unless you have a Nightmare Pain up. Otherwise, just summon in defense. Why is it an attack? It's a free damage. Can't add for the deck, so Nightmare Throne, not usable. Can't use it. Whoa! We could activate it, we just can't add. We can destroy. We don't get to search for the D-Lotus for the main play. We're gonna summon a Yubel. Now, activate, Maxi. We could actually make a Muckraker here. And because the Spirit of Yubel does not have to search, it could set. Instead, we're making a Little Knight. Would a Nightmare Pain set from the deck be better? I mean, we are also under max freaking C, so that is too much special summoning potentially. Phantom of Yubel can't attack directly. Now back to you. You maxied me, I maxed you. It's only fair. We do have Little Knight to chain banish. We have Phantom of Yubel to change the effect to instead destroy a Yubel from our deck. Get poppin', and we see some Ghost Ogre. If you're a Tenpai player, be careful about activating your field spell effect to search. If you already have lethal damage, it may be better to just leave the field spell up, don't activate the search so it does not get Ghost Ogred. All right, now, what if your Tenpai Dragon on the field gets Ghost Ogre? Because you're now playing around a play that has them keep it in their hand. Well, if you activate to Synchro Summon, they Ghost Ogre, you then chain your other Tenpai Dragon to Synchro with the monster that's about to be destroyed by the Ogre. So it's a pretty safe play to just play around it. Off the top of the deck, a Dead Chamber. What the trash is that? Now back to Nor. Well, this is the impact of the Phantom of Yubel being restricted, right? 2 Phantom of Yubels in the graveyard. We do not have a third in the extra deck. As I said, this strongly affects the grind game of Yubel, not so much their opening play. We have Petalfin banishing a Ritual Beast to attempt to return back the Little Knight. Little Knight is just going to banish itself until the end of the turn unless we chain Ghost Ogre to destroy. And by destroying the Little Knight, it now does not banish the Petalfin. Petalfin's going to stay on the field. Do we have a Nochi play? We do not. We have just the Beast, not a Tamer. Eternal Favorite could special summon from the graveyard our Spirit of Yubel. Now, you can make the Eternal Favorite miss the timing by summoning your Spirit of Yubel on Chain Link 2, which is exactly what we're doing. By Chain Link 2ing your Eternal Favorite, now the Spirit of Yubel could activate on summon because it has this weird clause of your opponent cannot respond into the summon. Neither player can respond to the special summon, including your Spirit of Yubel to activate in a search. So now we can, because it missed the timing. As we set up our Nightmare Pain, this is looking pretty damn good for Yubel. We have Wen on summon, special summoning a banished monster back in the field, Canahawk banishing from the deck, as the Laura triggers to then summon a Rapengu from the deck. Now, all the little Ritual Beast monsters, they can only be special summoned once. The extra deck Ritual Beast monsters can be special summoned more than once. As now making a Banshee, we're making a play for... No, the Nemesis flag is actually gone from our deck. We already searched it early. We were not able to go into the Proto Search called Dark. We're going to on-summon banish the Spirit of Yubel, triggering the Nightmare Throne, special summoning Yubel Terra Incarnate from the deck, as we now summon our Nochi. Now, the Nochi, if it actually stays in the field, protects your other Ritual Beast monsters from being targeted by card effects, as we now make our Ulti Canahawk. Let's do the Ulti Canahawk dance as we return 1 Ritual Beast card to the graveyard, summoning 2 onto the field, grabbing an Elder here. We have already committed to our normal summon. Apelio banishing the Rapengu. We're now going to fully Shokan this up into an Ulti Raid. This does require 3 monsters at minimum to summon. We're going to add a banished Canahawk to then additionally summon the Elder into an additional Canahawk summon. Banish from the deck a Laura. Let's go again into Ulti Hawk. We're going to special summon 2 Ritual Beasts onto the field as we search our deck for a Ritual Beast card, which will be the Steeds. So just like that, what did we accomplish? Let's first make a Masquerena, and let's set. Now, the Ulti Ray has this hidden secret ability. Neither player could tribute cards to activate a card or effect. So what does that include? D-Lotus tributes to activate, so D-Lotus could not activate. Phantom of Yubel tributes to activate, so you can't use Phantom of Yubel, you can't use D-Lotus. Now, more importantly, its ability is you could target a Ritual Beast card you control to then banish a card on the field. And when you target your ulti ready to banish, you could then use the Masquerena to link off with it before it gets banished, and the other card will still get banished. So we have banished, we have link off, and we have steeds to pop a card on the field non-targeting. Nightmare Pain, we may be using it in response to that. We're going to now use the ulti ray. We didn't chain the Masquerena nor the steeds, so we're done. We're done. He gone. All right, let's hop into the next match. The timer could be low. That's right. If something does not make sense, it's because the timer's got to be the reason why. Generally, I think so. We didn't forget to chain Masquerena. We just had no Masquerena play. Yep. All right, let's go. Sparking tournament would be nice. You know, maybe I could do that. We could branch out and doing community tournaments for other games if you're all interested. Sure, I didn't know nothing of the game. I would preferably want to know what the heck I'm talking about if I'm going to be casting it. Inheritance, Search. Now, the big counter to Ritual Beast is Max C. I believe, generally, Plan B is supposed to be a Baguska. We have Chidori instead, so I'm excited to see that play out. You maxed me, I maxed you. Well, I don't even have a play, so I'm not going to finger your C, nor am I going to ash it. We're just going to pass. We now have every single turn the Inheritance could reveal a Ritual Beast to search for a different type and then discard. We're going to full combo with Canahawk. One Canahawk and one Rapango is a big combo. We're going to Ash Blossom negate the Tamer Laura from special summoning from the deck. No summon of a Tamer for you. Ritual Beast is all about two things, a Beast and a Tamer. You need the Tamer to ride the Beast, and then you're popping off. So she's going to hop on the Canahawk, literally, wait, no, that's the link to the wrong one, not the ulti Canahawk where she actually hops on. That's Elder. The alt art is with the window on top of the ulti hawk, right? We're now going to be special summoning our Banished Rapangu through the effect of the normal summon when, as the link to allows the additional summon, as we now make an Apollo USA. There's no summon locks in Ritual Beast, so that's why we could summon Banshee, we could summon Apollo USA. We have Call to the Grave on the attack, banishing a Canahawk here. Huh? Why are we doing that? We're just opening up for evenly match. I think so. Are we evenly matching at the end of the battle phase? Yes, we are. End of the turn, end of the battle phase, that is. Banish everything but the triple negate Apollo USA. Now, this duel is a bit frustrating for me because we're summoning Apollo over the boss monster. It's not the player's fault. Is Apollo just better than the freaking boss monster? What the hell, Konami? This is why Apollo's banned the TCG. Apollo negates Spirit of Yubel. Mate, now, the link for it itself, if it were completely by itself right now, it wouldn't really be making any plays. You don't want to just banish yourself. That sucks. Now, we have Phantom of Yubel, which could be turned off by the link for if we could whip that out. We have Emergency Teleport into the Laura from the deck. We're going to be banishing the old Laura and new Laura to summon the Nochi, which will trigger the new Laura to summon from the deck a Canahawk. Canahawk, activate, banishing from the deck an Apelio. We're now going to Nochi, return back into the extra deck to summon the Apelio. Banish from the graveyard the ulti Nochi, the ulti, what's it, Kimu. As you now make a Banshee. Banshee searching the deck. When do you plan on using the Phantom of Yubel? Well, we have Apollo pinning down the Phantom of Yubel. As a rider rides the beast, we have Apollo riding the Phantom of Yubel, pinning it, as we then search our deck for the Protoss. Protoss declaring dark, just like that, not even activating, because it's going to trigger the field spell to summon another Yubel into the field. But the problem is it would not even be able to special summon because you activated Protoss. So it was going to add it back to the hand or the extra deck. Yeah, it was not going to summon. So we definitely did not need to negate with the Ash, but that's okay. Just like that, lethal damage, and the Banshee gets boosted when banished and coming back. What does it gain? 100. It gains 100 equal to the currently banished monsters. Yeah, 100 times each banished monster. Nice. 2-1 victory. Protoss Apollo with some Ritual Beast doing very well. Good job. I mean, I think this is game one. This should be game one, right? I mean, you would choose to go first if the opponent lost and then chose to go first, unless the first duel is not in this game. So MSB, maybe you can clarify. This is game two. Okay, game one's gone. Triple Tactics Tim won game one. Game one for Triple Tactics Tim. We're in game two. All right. We're going to activate the Sangan Summoning. We are now unaffected from all card effects. Can't Ash Blossom the Pydra. Can't do it, but you can Ash Blossom the Kaimin. We're now going to be Shokaning into Hermetic Seal, setting up with the Imperm and a Kaimin. Kaimin, during your opponent's battle phase, will be able to special summon the monster onto the field. So that is some extra benefit on going second here. What is good? We have Elder additionally summoning to the Cannonhawk. We're going to spin that Cannonhawk back into the hand. Now, the Book of Eclipse is actually going to mess things up here. So what do? We read the Hermetic Seal. It says, return a face-up card on the field to the hand. So it actually is pretty good to return back your Sengen Summoning back to your hand. So let's return it back to us. We have the follow-up play as the Hermetic Seal triggers to summon for the deck a Magna Hut. Why Magna Hut over a Tenpai Dragon? Well, we have the Kaimin. Kaimin's going to be summoning the Tenpai Dragon during the battle phase if we make it there. Now, the problem is, what if the Kaimin gets dealt with before the battle phase? That's what I would be fearing. We're going to Ulti Hawk, summon 2 Ritual Beasts, and search our deck for what's here, the Inheritance. So if you Imperm the Ulti Hawk, you have to do it before it even activates, and then even if you Imperm it early, it will just jump off the field to summon 2 Ritual Beasts on the field, which does use up the limited resource of you can only special summon each non-extra deck Ritual Beast once per turn. Now, the No-Chi is going to make our other Ritual Beast cards untargetable. So that's where things get hairy. If you're holding on to the Impermanence for a better card to be negating, there's now a No-Chi, so we can't negate. So hopefully we do not get messed up by that. We have already used up our summon here. Petalfin, banishing to get rid of the Kaimin. As I said, the problem was if you had to use it early, but it's actually not that big of a problem because we can grab a Genroku. Genroku could be added outside the battle phase to then trigger to special summon itself onto the field. Now, this is a pretty interesting play with the Kaimin if you're playing Tenpai yourself. Now, if you're in the battle phase and you activate to add Genroku, special summon a different Tenpai from your hand and then still trigger the Genroku you added. Because, you know, the confliction is they both will be trying to special summon themselves. The Genroku will special, the Kaimin will try to special summon the Genroku, but you don't have to special summon the card you add. It's a cool little trick. As we now make a Banshee. Well, the No-Chi's not protecting the Banshee, so we will be searching the Nemesis flag. Maybe we're waiting for the Protoss, though. Return back the Ulti Ray to summon the Nemesis flag, activate and search for the Protoss. This is it. Are you ready? Ulti Link 2, banishing from the graveyard for when special summon a banish Apelio onto the field. Apelio banished in the grave to boost up all Ritual Beast monsters by plus 500 as we now make an Ulti Ray. Ulti Ray will grab back a banished card to then additional summon, but first we're going to banish for the Protoss. No-Chi's going to return back the banished Ulti Kimu. We're now going to be making an Ulti Gallipelio. So what happens here, this will negate the impermanence onto the Protoss. So the fear was if we imperm early, I guess they would have the Book of Tayu, but now we're screwed. We cannot even negate the Protoss, declaring fire, wiping out all fire monsters on the field. Ulti Gaia, negate and destroy the activation mate. And now you're locked out of fire monsters from being summonable for the rest of the next 2 turns. Oh, this turn and next turn. Add back the Wen, which is not a hard once per turn. The Wen could activate again. If you can keep on summoning Wen, as long as there's something to special summon, you keep on summoning. So very well done. Setting up Protoss, Gaia to then negate the impermanence. We just had to ideally imperm a bit earlier here, but all is well. Let's hop into game 3. What's really interesting is Ritual Beast plays Protoss, but chose to go second. Wouldn't you be confidently trying to set up that turn 1 Protoss? You probably think that you're not going to be able to do so through the hand traps, though, so it's probably still best to just have Tenpai go first and then set it up going second. Early Apollo could help against a Nibiru. Otherwise, you're going to have to make an early Ulti Gaia. Little Knight is going to be banishing the Link 2. And what are our disruptions here? We do have Flip Face Down, Banish with Little Knight, and we also have Banish with the Ulti Ray. Ulti Ray could banish itself plus a card in the field. Triple disruption. We do have a combo through the Genroku. We also have the Forbidden Droplet. So the big question is, how impactful will Book of Eclipse be? Well, we have Harpy Feather Duster to wipe that out, so that's now gone. Nothing. And we have Droplet, so we're going to lose everything. That's it. All 3 disruptions down the drain to 0. So we have full combo Genroku. Oh my gosh. What the heck is going to happen here? We have Laura. Laura in the graveyard could banish to protect the ulti ray from being destroyed. Now we're going to be dealing half battle damage. Let's see. We're going to be grabbing off the top of the deck a Chundra, normal summon the Genroku, special summon the Chundra onto the field. Genroku locking us into fire monsters only, summoning from the deck at Pydra. Pydra searching our deck for the Kaiman, which will be activatable during the battle phase to add and then summon from the deck. We're going to then special summon a Pydra through the Chundra. The Pydra is going to be reborn the Genroku from the graveyard, taking out that Little Knight. We cannot be destroyed by banishing the Lore. The Lore is going to then summon from the deck into a regular Apelio. Let's keep on going. Pydra is now going to Synchro Shokan into our Bident Dragon. Bident Dragon on summon, reborn the Pydra. Going on to the Apelio. Apelio is in trouble. It is going to get wiped out. We're going to trigger the Fadra to, not trigger, but chain to Synchro Shokan. Let's go into level 10 Synchro. Transcendent Dragon. No more monster effects can be activated. Nothing. You have to go into oh, holy moly. All monsters your opponent controlled must attack, if able. Also, on Synchro, it's optional. You can change all monsters on the field into attack position. Now, we do have the Fadra. Fadra could make your monster indestructible by battle. So let's wipe this out. Whoa, so what are we doing? Okay, we still have the Bident Dragon. Okay, we're okay. Bident Dragon, 1300. We're dealing half damage because of the pot of freaking P. We're gonna grab a Genroku, special summon Genroku. Okay. Oh my gosh. We're in main phase 2. We have Hieratic Seal. Seal is here to spin a card back to the hand. Now, what are our plays here? Just an Elder? This is not a play, but if we look in the graveyard, we do have a Laura and we have a Beast alongside it, or a Tamer. So we get banished for a Nochi. Do we have a Nochi? We're going to banish from the graveyard, come forth and summon. Ulti Nochi, trigger the Laura to special summon a Pedalfin. We got the Elder, which will be having that additional summon within this turn. Return that Elder back, which, I mean, Elder, we could just normal summon the Elder back in the field. Now we have Ash negating the Hieratic Seal from summoning from the deck. We still have the Genroku. Genroku does have the quick effect to tribute and summon a Tenpai from the deck. Now, one of the best Tenpais to summon for the deck is going to be the Fadra, but a lot of people play just one Fadra. So when your one Fadra is gone, what the heck do you do? We now, unbelievable. This now turned off the Genroku. Genroku cannot tribute to special summon. So ideally, we're waiting. We're waiting to use the Genroku, but now by making the ulti Ray, we cannot Genroku. That's crazy. Holy moly. Ulti Ray putting in work. It turns off the Phantom of Yubel, turns off the Lotus, turns off Genroku. If the chat wants to help me out on any other relevant popular effects that the ulti Ray is stopping, I think those are the big 3, right? That's crazy. As we now make a Banshee. Banshee is searching our deck. Come to us, Nemesis Flag, which will be setting up for the Protoss. Now, the Transcendent Dragon. There's a situation here where within the battle phase, no card effects can be activated. But if we deal with the Transcendent Dragon, it could still summon in the battle phase. If 3 attacks are declared from either player, we could reborn the Transcendent Dragon, but now we can't because we declared fire, and fire monsters are now illegal. That's nuts. That is freaking nuts. Holy moly. Protoss. Protoss won game 2. Protoss won game 3. Protoss declare fire, and you beat Tenpai. That's it, just Protoss. Now, what's interesting, again, I'll repeat this. We lost game 1, and we still chose to not go first, even though we're playing Protoss. So that is definitely something. All right, so good job to both of you. Thank you. Triple Tactics Tim, I appreciate it greatly. Thank you very much. I am a fan of your videos. I was watching your Tenpai video last night. I was just brushing my teeth. Thank you. So make sure you check out Triple Tactics Tim. Thank you. Let's hop into another match.